Alright, hello everyone, Fotis here. We're gonna play some more Wrath of the Righteous. So, today I want to level up my character, take the first Ascension. And I've been looking a bit, I've been doing a bit of reading about the Ascensions. And so, when I tried to level, I came into this a little problem here. Two problems actually. The first one is that it's time to get my first bonus feat from the Serpentine bloodline. And unfortunately, I noticed I didn't pay attention earlier when I was playing. I mean earlier the days before leading to this right moment here. So the problem is this, that I didn't pay too much attention at the bonus feats. And as you can see, we can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feats from the bloodline, extra feats. Problem is that toughness, alright, it wouldn't be one of my choices, but better than nothing, I guess. Lightning reflexes, good. I like saves. Combat reflexes, awesome. We need it. Attacks of opportunity, great. After this, it gets tricky though, because combat expertise we can take. We don't have intelligence 13, we have 7. There's no way we're gonna take this. And also, even if I was able to take this, I don't really like penalties to attack rolls. And if you add this attack roll that increases the more you take levels, this penalty increases. And if you add it to the power attack, in general, even power attack, I mostly see power attack as a feat tax, as a tax feat to get to other to other feats like cleave and stuff like that. But in general, I don't like it a lot, because whatever makes me lose melee attack, I don't like. I know you can make up for it with your rage and your buffs and all that. In general, you know, I'm a weirdo like that. I don't like penalties to attack. So yeah, but whatever the case, we can take it. Trip, same story, intelligence, and it needs combat expertise or a kinetic warrior. We can take it. So this leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly the slots we have. Problem is that combat casting is useless for my character. Long story short, I can only take 1, 2, 3, 4 that are immediately useful. The rest are useless or not for my class, for my melee class. The Serpentine bloodline is nice. Is nice because more AC, especially this first ability, is very nice. Anyway, I could go on forever talking about this. So I made some decisions because I don't want to waste stuff like feats, especially feats. Even like, for example, if there was here a feat like, you know, an upgraded, a better version of lightning reflexes, for example, right? Like improved lightning reflexes or something, a will save, something. I would stick with this bloodline here, but the bloodline, but I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Although the rest of this bloodline is very good. So, dude, I spent so many hours thinking about this and reading, but mostly thinking. I was so angry today because when I woke up, I was like, okay, let's read for 1 hour, let's think about this, and let's start recording and playing. Oh man, the hour was passing like, oh my god, I wasted. It went 5 p.m. like I woke up 10 a.m. It was 5 p.m. and I was still here reading and thinking about stuff, and I was like, why am I doing this? I'm not playing a video game right now. I'm staring at the screen, reading and thinking. This is not playing a video game. Why am I doing this? And I was angry. I'm still very angry because I wasted the whole day reading and thinking instead of playing. But on the other hand, I can't stop. There were many times today that I was thinking, fuck it, I'm gonna play some other game. But I wouldn't start another game. I would just go make a new coffee and come back to my seat and keep doing the same shit. I don't know. I think I have a major problem in my brain for doing this, but it is what it is. Here I am. So I decided to respec. And you know, one thing leads to another. I was then started looking at the mythic, the first mythic Ascension, and reading again and again all this stuff here. So it came down to this, because you know, this, for example, Close to the Abyss, for example, right? It gives you one dice 8 attack plus half times the strength modifier. It's an extra attack. Extra attacks are very hard. Extra melee attacks is very hard to come by. You can get buffs, you can get spells, you can get this, you can get that, but extra attacks you can't get. It's very hard for a melee character. The Serpentine Bloodline already gives you a very nice bite attack, which stacks with melee attacks and stacks with this attack as well. And I was thinking about going with this. You get a very nice resist electricity 20. Electricity resistance is very nice because, from what I understand, in this game, fire, in this order, fire, electricity, and then acid, I think, are the most major spells and abilities that the enemies use. So nice to have. And immunity to poisons, why not? Although this overlaps with the Serpentine Bloodline, because Serpentine gives you at level 4 and 8 it gives you poison resistance, and then it makes you immune at the capstone at level 20. But I could just swap the level 20 with barbarian, what's it called, abilities, like the rage abilities from barbarian, from blood rager. But you know what? I have always liked immunities and resistances. Even though I'm a melee character and a damage dealer, my character is not supposed to be a tank. And I know which is the most optimal path to take. I don't wanna do it. I like immunities. I really dislike level drain and whatever other abilities that, you know, drain levels, negative, whatever, drain abilities in general. I hate them, and I want immunity from that. That's why I was thinking about playing Dumper in the start of the game. Anyway, so we'll get into. So I won't take the Close to the Abyss, although this is the best option for my character, I think. I won't take this, and I will drop the Serpentine as well. So I will be dropping 2 extra attacks, 1 gore and 1 bite, to gain immunities and stuff like that. Unfortunately, when I tried to take the second bloodline, because if we proceed here, for example, the first thing I want to take is the second bloodline, right? And I was looking at the Hag bloodline, and I want to take that. For some reason, although you can take the Hag bloodline at the start of the game, when it's time to take the second bloodline, there's nowhere to be found. No hug bloodline. It's not there. It's not there. How the fuck? How the fuck did they forget to add this? The game is... It's been years since the game is out. They've patched it to death. I mean, I haven't played the tabletop. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe it's a rule. I don't think so, though. It's an omission. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is so so moronic. So now we have to respec. With toy box, I tried with toy box. It doesn't work. It bugs out, or it doesn't. It works, but it doesn't work as it should. Anyway, let's not get into that. The modders. It's not the modders' fault. Mods are there to help. I don't have, you know, I can't get mad at the modders. It's not their fault. But fucking game, man. Oh god, what the fuck, man. You added all the bloodlines that you can take at the start of the game, but not a hug. So now we have to respec. So we will. So there's a dude here. Fortunately, there's that Pathfinder that can respec us, and for free. What's this? I will read about this later. Let's go find that dude. He's somewhere around here, I think, close to the horses. Horses? Horses. I can hear the horses, but... Horses? Where is he?
There is power to be found in places such as this.
I think it's him. Yeah, this is the guy. Okay. So... Actually, you know what? Let's do this real quick. It doesn't matter. We'll take whatever. I wanted to... You never know with this game. Let's have him ranked up and then respec. I think we can respec this. Okay, whatever. Okay. Alright. Actually, let's name this... respec. Okay. Alright. So now we have to do it all over again. Alright. Blood Rager. Primalist. Human. Oop. Male. We'll pick exactly the same stuff that we started with. Oh, we'll make a change here. Since we are respecting. We're gonna go 18 strength. Instead of going for 16 constitution, we're gonna go with 16 dexterity. Because my dude already has a lot of fortitude save. And the modifier in constitution gives you extra rage. But because we are very close to taking, we're just missing +1 rage. It's not a big deal. And next mythic path we'll take, we will have infinite rage, so doesn't we don't care. The few extra hit points, I can live with a few less hit points from less constitution. 40 to save, no big deal. We have a lot of it. So yeah, I prefer to get dexterity to 16 for one more AC. Since we are wearing medium armors and we have we can use more dexterity from armor, take AC. We'll do that. Plus reflex save. Why not? So let's go like that. We'll take the usual stuff here. Alright. What did I start with? I started with focus. Glaive. Then I did armor focus. Medium. I like my AC. Hag. We'll start with Hag. The second bloodline will be Dragonic. I was planning on Serpentine and Dragonic. Also, the Serpentine has the other one that is very nice. This one, the elasticity. Increase reach by 5 feet. And this, in combination with a large person, a glaive, rich weapons in general. What was the other one that gives you extra? That spell, I don't remember the name. It gives you even more reach. And this one, and the cleave finish and all that, it like you can kill whole screens. But I don't care. I decided I won't go into the cleave fits, so I don't care about the reach anymore. So Hug it is. Hug gives us some nice stuff. We get a very nice curse, penalty to AC and attack rolls for 1 round per class level, and a will save reduces this to just 1 round. So even then, even if the enemy saves, it's still there for 1 round, and the bonuses get to -4 at 8th level, so that's nice. It has nice feats. This time I studied them and I know what I'm gonna be taking. They are all useful in combination with the Dragonic bloodline, so that's nice. We get a very nice immune to mundane and magical diseases at 4th level. Immunity is always nice. I really like it. Again, you can have spells for that, but I don't care. Especially for the immune poison, I know. But again, I like it. Fluff-wise, I want my character to be as resistant as possible. And then, yeah, we'll change some other stuff. Then you get immunity. The capstone gives you immunity to negative energy, which I also like. And curses, immune to curses as well, awesome. And when you confirm a critical hit with a melee weapon, you can immediately target your opponent with a bestow curse spell-like ability with a random curse effect. I mean, they will have spell resistance and saves and all that, but why not? I mean, the capstone is pretty good in my opinion. Immune to negative energy, and all spells with a curse descriptor. Even if it's stopped there, I will still take it. I like it. The added bestow curse on critical hit, it's an added bonus. The spells are not good, but it's fine. This will swap out for Blood Rage. We'll swap this out for Blood Rage powers, and there was another one. Where is it? The hack transformation will swap out. And this one. No? Where is it? Oh my god. This one? Yeah, I think it's this one, yeah. Bestow curses, we don't need that. So yeah, we'll take this. Again, less optimal. I know, less optimal, but I feel good about it. So that's what counts. And Neutral. I mean, my alignment was still neutral before I respect. It was somewhere around here, a bit towards lawful neutral, but still pretty close to the center. So we don't lose any... not lose it, I mean, how should I put this? It's not a total reset of alignment, like we are very close to the center anyway. Yeah, that's that. Okay, let me take the let me find the options I had. I took a screenshot, so I won't do it again all over again. Okay, our guy is ready.
Their life ends here.
Grumpy.
Damn it all!
It doesn't work here. It will work in game though. Oh god, I wish I don't have to do this again. Revoke 11 Skyrim release date in 2011. Yeah.
So you say.
There you go. So okay, let's move on. Blood Rager Primalist. Be sure not to make any mistakes now. Don't wanna do this all over again. Oh, I forgot the mobility, the 3 ranks in mobility. Do I want this? Do I want it? Oh my god. I don't remember if I had put 3 ranks in mobility before I started respecting. Now what? I will give him 3 ranks to mobility for the +1 to dodge, for +1 or 2 to dodge. I don't remember, to AC. I mean, I don't plan on fighting defensively with him, but maybe if he's low health, give him some more time to heal or something, fight defensively for a couple of rounds. Let's go like that. Alright, what did I take next? I think I had taken dodge. I think. And then outflank, eh? Yeah. I have a belt that gives +2 to dexterity, that's why it shows +4. But yeah, we'll get rid of the belt for now. Maybe we'll take a belt for strength or even constitution, maybe. Yeah. Mobility, persuasion, athletics. What is my first? It's the immunity to disease, yeah, retain. And we'll take shield and large. I know shield, we get shield from the dragonic bloodline at level 7, I think, but I will swap it out with toy box later. But I need the shield for now. Okay, we're almost there. One more rank to mobility, and then we're done with that. The rest of the points will go to use magic device. Yeah. Alright. Outflank. True strike. Protection from alignment. I mean, we are pretty close to the point that we won't, the deflection bonuses won't stack, and the resistance bonus won't stack because of the items we are carrying. But the abjuration protects from dominate as well. I could take true strike. But I won't have much use for it for now, without enduring spells and stuff like that, or rods. But there are no good options, unfortunately, for melee. That's about it, actually. Let's go from protection from alignment, and when I get the draconic bloodline and get the shield from the bloodline, I will swap it out with true strike. Alright. Now we are finally where we left off before respecking, so this is our current level now. Okay, so we can get the saves to fortitude back, or we could go with blind fight. I think I will go with blind fight. I will go into dazzling display feats, like shatter defenses and dreadful carnage and stuff like that. So I will take intimidating prowess later, though. I will take blind fight from the hag, and I will take improved this initiative from the dragon. Okay. One more spell. I mean, maybe take true strike. Let's take the ray. It won't do a lot of good, but it has a save. I mean, the fortitude, at least, even if it saves, the enemy saves, it will still take a strength penalty, but good luck passing the spell resistance. Is there here anything that doesn't have spell resistance or no save? I would prefer it to not have spell resistance, to be honest. Magic weapon I don't need. Magic missile, mage armor, flare burst. No, fire belly. Nah. We'll get fire resistance from the dragon. Flame. Flame that deals 1-4 points of fire damage. Nah. Not good options. Color spray would be nice, but again affected by spell resistance. Yeah. Well, I'll take the ray just for the lols. I could take the magic missile actually. It always hits. I'll take my chances. I'll take the ray. Time for Ascension. Time for Ascension. So, as I was saying earlier, let's take a look at this, man. So this one, bit of fun, gives us 1 minute per mythic rank. It gives us a mirror image, but only with 3 illusionary copies. This was tempting because I love a mirror image. You can use this ability 3 times per day, and second mythic rank, those characters become more creative, gain +3 circumstance bonus on all skill checks. It's okay. Nothing extraordinary, at least for my character. The +3 to bonus to all skill checks doesn't mean much for my primalist. The mirror image I like. On the other hand, it's limited times per day. Still, I would take it. But unfortunately in this game, from what I hear and what I have read, many enemies, demons, have true seeing, which bypasses the mirror image. So anything that has to do with mirror image, illusion concealment, like blur, displacement, blink, I think works. But that's another story. But yeah, true seeing makes all these spells kinda useless. And I don't want to use useless stuff. So bit of fun, it's not so fun for me. This is the main reason why I'm not taking actually the bloodline, the arcane bloodline for the Blood Rager, for the primalist. Because it has some good, when you blood rage, you get some blur, displacement and stuff like that, but it's useless if they have true seeing, and many enemies have true seeing in this game. There are some couple of other good stuff in Arcane Bloodline, like when you rage, you can swap out the blur, for example, for protection from arrows, which is nice. Or instead of displacement, you can use haste. But haste, I have it as a spell, and I will spec Ember into a couple of lore master levels, and she will have access to haste as well. And Wolfie has access to spell as well too. So my character, Wolfie, and essentially Ember will have access to haste. So the good thing about the Blood Rage is that when you rage, you have automatically always haste on for your character only, which is very nice. But with enduring spells and stuff like that, we will have haste on for a long time. So then, this I already explained. This would be very nice for my character. Extra attack, nice juicy resistance to electricity and immunity to poisons, but I get immunity from poisons from the hug. Resistant to electricity we can have with protection from and resistant from energy, communal from spells, so again we can cover this. So essentially the only thing that matters, that hurts, that we won't take is the extra attack, which is extra attack again is it's very hard to come by extra attacks. But yeah, I won't take it. Close to the heavens, gives us a ray that heals allies for 4 die 6 plus 2 die 6 per mythic rank points of damage, or deals the same amount of damage to the enemies, which is very nice. But my character, it's touch attack, which is very nice, but my character, I don't know. Healing, I want to have healing, of course, a source of healing in the party, but I don't want my character, I don't think my character is suited to heal, and he's not suited to do ranged attacks either, even if they are touch attacks, so I won't go with this. And it gives us at second mythic rank gaining resist to acid, that's very nice, resist to cold, very nice, and immune to petrification. I don't know how often we will encounter petrification, but it's not bad, this one. It's pretty good actually, to be honest. Dance Macabre is... I will leave it at last because this is what I will choose. Force Reality. Every enemy in 30-foot radius around the mythic character is affected by the effect of the Dispel Magic Greater spell, affecting only the effects of the Illusion School. A second mythic rank, the mythic rank character gains the ability to rid their allies of hindering abnormalities. One ally in close range is affected by the effect of the Dispel Magic Greater spell, affecting all negative effects. The caster level for these abilities is equal to your character level plus your mythic rank, and this is the problem. You can use them 3 plus mythic ranks times per day. This sounds very useful, and I was looking into this a lot. But I have a bad experience from a previous Pathfinder game with Dispel Magic. It's very difficult to dispel stuff from my experience. Maybe I don't build characters correctly, but if there wasn't a caster level involved, this would be a lot more interesting, but yeah, I don't think it's that good. Maybe I'm wrong, but I won't take it. And Instrument of Freedom. This looks very interesting as well. Gives us a bolt. It's similar to the Heavens, close to Heavens. We get a bolt that does ranged attack, touch attack, 4 die 6 plus 2 die 6 per mythic rank, tons of damage for ranged attack. And if used on allies, the bolt instead charges their attacks with weapons for 2 plus mythic rank rounds. At first I thought when I read this that it was AoE, like it affected all the allies, but I don't think. I think it's single target. Companions attacks with weapons deal an additional 2 die 6 points of holy damage on hit and count as good for the purpose of bypassing damage reduction. I don't care about this because we already have the relic on our belt that makes the weapons in a 30-foot area. All of our characters get good aligned weapons. It's like having cold iron, so we don't care about this part. The 2 die 6 point of damage we do care, but it's single. I think it's you can only affect one, the one character you aim. So it's only 3 times per day, plus extra time, plus 1 extra time for each mythic rank. It's not bad, it's good, it's good. At second mythic rank, those characters become closer to the Azatas that live in Elysium, gaining resist electricity 20 and plus 4 bonus on their saving throws. I think this is pretty strong, the instrument. It depends on what your character is, right? I think this is one of the weaker ones, and I think this is one of the weaker ones as well. For some characters, the plus 3 circumstance bonus on all skill checks might be very worthy. For me, it's not. I would say this one is the strongest, this, and maybe this. I would say these three are the strongest. Instrument of Freedom, Close to Heavens, and Close to the Abyss. But, because I'm stubborn, and I don't want to do what other people tell me to do, I will go with Dance Macabre, because this gives us channeling energy, it gives us negative energy to deal damage to living creatures or to heal undead creatures. It gives us a channel. Channeling energy causes a burst that either heals all undead creatures or damages all living creatures in a 30-foot radius centered on the mythic character. The amount of damage dealt or healed is equal to 2d6 plus 1d6 per mythic rank. This as an AoE is not bad. I think there is a mythic feat or something that this can be selective. I don't remember if it's a normal feat or mythic feat, but I think we can do selective channeling with this. And it scales 1d6 per mythic rank. I mean, I don't think I will have undead minions or anything. I don't know. Maybe I will go Lich Path if it seems reasonable, because I don't know what mythic path I will go with. It depends on the story and the dialogues and how I feel. I'm not going to pursue a mythic path for the mechanics. I'm going to pursue a mythic path if it suits my character story, and I will, I will follow the story, not the mechanics. So, as an AoE, if my character happens to be somewhere cornered, surrounded by enemies or whatever, and this is a sweet AoE, maybe he should be using his full attack, his attacks, probably his normal melee attacks. But sometimes it may be situational. Maybe I have some distance from the enemies and I'm in a situation that a nice sweet AoE is appropriate. Why not? But this is not the main draw. Creatures that take damage from channel energy receive will save to have the damage, blah blah, okay, whatever. If I go into Lichdom and I have undead minions, even better. I will be able to heal them. That's another story, but I don't know. For now, that's not the plan. Anyway, but apart from this, the main thing that draws me to this is that at second mythic rank, those characters gain an even greater mastery of negative energy. Their insight into the flows of negative energy also gives them an advantage in combat against enemies that have an affinity to negative energy, such as undead. So undead are a concern for me, enemies. For example, I always keep one weapon for demons and humans and whatever. And I have a separate weapon I try at least to have a separate weapon for undead. So with this ability here, the character becomes immune to negative levels. I hate draining, I hate losing levels, or ability damage and stuff like that. I hope this means that what I think it is that I won't have damaged the abilities and stuff like that. I hope. From undead. And gain a plus bonus on saving throws against death effects. Sweet. Again, we have Death Ward. Is a spell. Sure. Yeah. But we might be surprised, ambushed or whatever, and we don't have time to throw a Death Ward, or we are out of spells, or who knows what might happen. I like this. It's a safety net. I feel safer with immunity to negative levels and plus bonus on saving throws against death effects. Sweet. And on top of that, plus 2 bonus to AC, saving throws, and weapon attacks and damage rolls against creatures with negative energy affinity. An affinity to negative energy undead. This means undead. Or the Nabasu demons. Awesome. Plus 2 bonus to AC, saving throws, and weapon attack. And damage rolls. Fantastic. The DC of their class abilities against this opponent increased by 2. The DCs of their class. Oh, my curses. My curses won't work on undead, I think, though. But yeah, I don't think this affects us. But I'm very intrigued with immunities. So in conjunction with the hag immunities from poison and disease, and then from dragon we'll get fire resistance. At some point, immunity to fire, and immunity to sleep and paralyzed. I just really love immunities, man. What can I say? So that's my process of thinking. That's my thought process. Not the more optimal, but that's how I want to play this. Yeah, this for me would be the most optimal. I think this is the best option for melee characters. So yeah, that's all. Dance Macabre. Now, we'll get our first mythic ability. Of course, it's going to be Second Blood Rager, a bloodline. And immediately after that, we will get Limitless Rage. This, to my understanding, is Infinite Rage. Your rage knows neither limits nor bounds. Benefit: the number of rounds per day for your rage or rampage abilities is no longer limited. Perfect. So the second one will be this, but first things first. Second Blood Rager ability, and we'll get Red Dragon. We will get Dragon Resistance. This will give us the first ability. The first ability is close. It's useless for me. What you gonna do? You can't have it all. But we will get immediately, like right now, we'll get +1 to natural armor bonus to AC. At 8th level, your energy resistance increases to 10, and your natural armor bonus to AC increases to 2. At 16th level, your natural armor bonus increases to 4. That's awesome. And if you add, I think it's level 12th ability from the Dragonic Bloodline that gives us wings, that's another +1 to dodge, and we are immune to ground effects. Like someone will have, for example, Wolfie can cast a grease and we can just fly over it and attack enemies without us having to take dexterity saves to counter the ground effect. That's awesome. So yeah, Dragonic it is. Red. And will retain the power. We'll change the later ones. And here we'll take improved initiative. I mean, yeah, Blood Rager Primalist is such a nice class, man. Such a powerful class. You get so many feats. So, like, if you combine things together, you can make such a powerful character. Improved initiative. Done. Done. Alright. Alright, that was all the leveling we had to do with our character.
Yes?
Yes. That's all. That's done. Now we have to level up the rest of the characters. Actually, let me take a look here. This is one thing I don't like. Like, for example, for the hag, we can see clearly the progression of the bloodline. That's all nice, sweet. You can even see your feet here. On the second bloodline, you can't see anything. You can't see anything. I don't know if this is a bug or maybe some mod is fucking this up. But I have to keep the wiki open to see the feats and all the stuff I need or don't need for this bloodline, the dragonic bloodline. It doesn't even show that this is the dragonic bloodline. Like, goddamn, man. Doesn't say. Is this a bug? Maybe a mod is messing things up. I don't know. Unfortunate. But at least I have the wiki. It should show though somewhere that I have resistance to fire now because AC. Why do I have such low AC? Oh, it's because I'm naked. Okay, there it is. Yeah, okay. It took away my weapons. But all the rest of the stuff I'm wearing, we're good. This... I'm not gaining the +4. So we might as well give it to someone else. I want to give this to him eventually. Could give it to Sheila, but she doesn't have the dexterity to use it. Could give it to him for more AC, maybe? Or her for more AC? I mean, I get dexterity as well. She gets the reflex, but... I mean, I could give this... This is the most suitable person to give it to, but she will go below strength. She will lose a bonus to strength, goddammit. Yeah. Go like that. Not sure. Dude, save. Have a ranged weapon, just in case. What to do about this belt? I think this is the my dude, you'll have to live without strength for now. Take the AC and be happy, I guess. We'll find another belt to give him for strength. Yeah, let's go like that. How much attack? Oh, he has very low attack though. He will get... Oh man, I'm so confused right now. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. Perception, nature, stealth, mobility. Easy peasy. The limits their dexterity to AC to 3. Okay. Without armor, this bonus would be 4. What are you talking about? I think it's delayed. Okay, let's give this dude his mythic ability. Where is the shifter? So he can have permanent Griffon form. Where is it? Where are they? Master Shapeshifter, is this one? Benefit: whenever you become the target of a polymorph effect, all the physical ability score adjustments are modified by 4. Additionally, if you have the wild shape ability, you can use it any number of times per day. All the physical ability score adjustments are modified by +4. Wow. Okay. Next. Paladin. Where are we putting points in here? Don't remember. Let's do magic device. Maybe they can use a scroll now and then. Oh, alright. Now, this is interesting. What mercies should we use? Fatigued, I think, is a nice one. This, we need more paladin levels. The 9 ones, the level 9 one is has very useful stuff here. Paralyzed, confused, cursed, blinded. Like you want, I want all of them. Maybe go with fatigued. Forsaken. Let's go with fatigue. I mean, the exhausted one is... This is a prerequisite for the exhausted, and the exhausted one is severe. Half speed, cannot charge, -6 penalty to strength and dexterity. Like, it's... Yeah. We'll get exhausted after that, and then paralyzed, confused. I don't know how many of these I can take, but yeah. Not poisoned. Paralyzed will take for sure. Ah, it needs paladin level 12. The exhausted 9. It's every 3 levels or 4. We'll get exhausted. Definitely paralyzed. And then cursed or confused. Maybe cursed. I'll take cursed after that. Alright, that's the plan. Good. Next. Oh, mythic. Mythic. Abundant Smite. You've learned a way to increase the number of uses of your Smite Evil. You can use Smite Evil a number of additional times per day, equal to half your mythic rank. How? Aww. This is gonna be one more time. Like this feels kinda weak, eh? You can use Might Evil a number of additional times per day equal to half your mythic rank, but I only have one rank. I guess one more. It doesn't work. Maybe we should take this later. When we have more mythic ranks. Abundant casting would be nice, although she's not a caster. She has some spells, but... Gains a bonus to its strength, dexterity and constitution equal to half your mythic rank plus 1. I mean, I'm only level 1, which means just I take 2. Half your mythic rank, maybe it's rounded up, so it's 1 plus 1 plus 2. Like, this would be very nice for the horse. And ignore damage. God damn. Maybe I should take this first. Whew, so many good options. Let's go with Ever Ready. You can't go wrong with more attacks of opportunity, man. Oh, Camellia. 2 points trickery and... Magic device. Yeah. This is easy. Abundant casting and done. Do we have anything for hexes? No idea. Oh. Ah. What is this? You can make your patron give you additional powers. This ability lets you select any witch hex and grants you the ability to use the selected hex. You lose the ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with this ability. Don't understand. Let's go with abundant casting. More spells, more fun. Benefit: you can cast 4 more spells per day of first, second and third levels each. Wow. Four more spells. Lol. Mr. Lan. Perception, religion, stealth. Stealth? Wait a minute. I thought I had Ulbrich for stealth. +3 from cloak. What the hell, man? Why am I giving him stealth? This is my stealth guy. Don't remember what I was thinking with him. And I have given him a lot of stealth. Perception, yes. Religion, yes. Maybe I should be giving him knowledge, gold. Why am I giving him stealth? And this is, I think I have made a mistake here. And this is, this is in, wait. Lore is wisdom, nature. But I have wool brick for this. Why am I giving him stealth, man? Nature. Have no idea. Maybe I should be. He's terrible with magic device. He starts at -1. Keep power to strike. It is abundant step. The monk can slip magically between spaces as if using the spell dimension door. Wow. True strike for sure. Bonus feat. Dodge, I guess. And for mythic, abundant key. Your key pool increased by a number of points equal to your mythic rank. We could take this later. when we have more mythic ranks. You are a master of the mage armor spell. Whenever you cast mage armor on yourself, it gives an additional armor bonus. Cleaving shot. Each time you deal critical damage with your ranged weapon attack, you deal your weapon damage to all other enemies in 10-foot radius. We either take this, corrupt, or your poisons and diseases ignore immunities. Distracting shots. Your ranged weapon attacks are dangerous enough for the enemy to forget about melee threats. If you hit an enemy with a ranged weapon attack, they receive a penalty to AC against melee attacks equal to half your mythic rank for 1 round. Your ranged weapon attacks expose the enemy's vulnerable points. Every threat hit with a ranged weapon against the same enemy deals an additional 1d6 points. Maybe later, when we are more accurate. Last stand is nice too for melee characters. Once per day, when your HP drops low, you become unkillable. For 2 rounds, you become immune to damage that will make you accomplish. This I will take. Oh, not with LAN, with the melee characters for sure. Bonus to attack rolls with ranged weapons equal to the penalty to the AC target receives from their size. This is nice too. Okay. I think for now distracting shots. I hope I don't know, because I'm mythic rank 1, it kinda confuses me. If you hear, they receive a penalty to AC against melee attacks equal to half your mythic rank for 1 round. I guess this means at rank 1, this means they take a penalty 1 of 1, but I think for now I'll go with cleaving shot and then take this next level, next mythic level. Let's go with cleaving shot. Yeah, it's like a mini fireball. Not a mini fireball. At least like a cleaving. It's like a ranged cleave. Let's go with this. Cackle, I guess. Ice plant. Two natural armor bonus to AC. I think I'll go with ice plant for now. We'll take cackle later. Let's take ice plant. Spells. Ooh. Oh, she has so many nice things. Just one. God damn it. Thinking loud. Delay poison we have available on Camellia, and I can see Social as a companion too has it. She's a cleric. Heroism only Wolfie has, which at the moment he's not in our party. Let's take heroism. And abundant casting for sure. No question about it. We'll worry about other stuff later. Ah, we can take this for her. In the prerequisites, why do I see that we don't have Rogue, Sylvan, Trickster? This confused me a bit. This ability lets you select any witch hex and grants you the ability to use the selected hex. Okay. You lose the ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with this ability. Ah, with this ability. Okay, let's go with abundant casting and we'll worry about the rest of the stuff later. We won't level the rest of the guys. He's already leveled up. Leave him be for now. We won't worry about him now. Let's check out the spells. Oh, look at all those spell slots from abundant casting. I forgot to buy unbreakable heart scrolls. Let's have a heal. Alright. Uh, Where is Cat's Grace? She doesn't have Cat's Grace. Ah, remove blindness is here. She has bark skin. +2 enhancement bonus to the creature's existing natural armor. +1 every 3 caster levels. Good for him. Good for the horse. Good for her. For him. Oh, the spell slots are killing me, man. Maybe I should have gone delay protection from protection from alignment. In the future we'll drop this. Probably. I can't take anything else. I would like to take I mean, Cat's Grace, why? This would be nice to buff this dude. Bark skin too, god damn it. Let's have a delay poison forever. Resist energy communal. Remove disease, thinking cloud. I only want buffs for now. Maybe have a remove curse or blindness. Remove curse can remove all curses on an object or a creature. If the target is a creature, you must make a caster level check against the DC of each curse affecting the target. Huh. Let's go like this. Who else has spells? We're done, eh? See, spontaneous caster. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's start again. Let's start talking to everyone here. And checking out the place. The rest... we might as well. Let's talk to Anivia. Anivia sweeps an inquisitive glance over you. So tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Grey Garrison end? I heard the rumors, of course. That's kinda my job, you know, to listen. You have no idea what cobblers the Crusaders say about you. Some say that Iomidai came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died, and an honest-to-God's angel is now leading the army disguised as you. Still others say it was just an explosion at an alchemist's lab, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. But you know, you really have changed since the Grey Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you've become kinda... Anivia waves her hand, trying to find the word. More dangerous? Yes, exactly. More dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You are dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you'll be dangerous to our enemies and not to us, or to yourself. Blah blah blah. Talk too much. Right. Let's go from left to right. Actually, let's go from left to left. We get to loot again. So you are the war chief now. You are going to lead us to free Sarkoris from those Fae. Ulbrich nods his head with respect. I felt it the moment I saw you. This one is special. But that you'd go and get yourself a whole army in no time, that I did not expect. Well, how does your newfound power feel? Has it gone to your head yet? Fae? We're going to fight demons, not Fae. Fae, demons, angels. Ulbrich screws up his face and waves his hand in front of it like he's trying to get rid of a foul smell. They're all the same spooks. They couldn't have stayed in their magicy forests, happy as a pig in a mud. But no, they had to poke their funny heads into the mortal world. Hold on, don't change the subject, eh? What do you think about being war chief? I feel proud. Finally, some much deserved recognition. Nah, it's an odd feeling. So many people are counting on me. I can't let them down. Yes, it's a scary thing to be responsible for others, especially when you are not out picking mushrooms. You are taking them to war. Even if you win, some of them surely won't make it back home, and you are the one who has to bear the burden. Ulbrich runs his hand over his beard and shakes his head in thought. But I know you'll do just fine, and not because I've seen you in battle, although you are worth a whole band of warriors in a fight. I know you'll make a fine war chief because you are not thinking about power or honors. You are concerned about the people in your charge. As long as you hold on to that, you have nothing to fear. Well, I didn't come here just to flap my gums. Since I'm going to warn you are in charge, I better do this the right way. Ulbrich lowers his head and says solemnly, "My blade and my life are yours, War Chief. I mean, it's not like I need a blade. My talons and beak will do the trick. But saying it like that is the done thing. My talons and beak are yours. Just doesn't have the same ring to it." Okay, bro, okay. Call of memory. There's something else. I can already see things are bad, but the tales of all of Sarkoris burning down and its people dying out, I'm sorry, I don't believe those. It can't be true. We are not the kind of folks to be snuffed out just like that. I have kin in a village not far from here. Current Glen. Let's go there and talk to them. Have them fill us in. They're smart folks. Perhaps they'll help us in battle too. Together we'll clean up Sarkoris before you can say, "Aren't ye foul creatures?" Ulbrich pumps his fist into his palm with a chuckle of bravado. Alright, I'll go prepare for the road ahead. Take care, War Chief. I like this dude. Ulbrich takes a drink from the flask he's holding. I don't know what this is. A dream, a phase illusion, or I've popped into another world, but you people sure know how to brew good beer. What do you think of your new powers? I don't like them. Can't deny that they are useful, but this is the way of things I am accustomed to. Every power must have a name. The powers that druids and shifters have are fair. Gods and spirits grant them to us, and only for good reason. First you have to earn your power, prove you are worthy of it, show you are grateful for it. Then you can start using it. But this... who gave it to us? For what purpose? What do we have to give in return? It's one mystery after another. I'll up and tell you what I think. This power feels a lot like... I don't know what the fuck this is, man. In our lands, people could get sent to Threshold for toying with powers like this, for everyone's safety. Okay, bro. Alright, brother. And of course, after the stupid respect, we have to fix our bar again. God damn it. Where's my blood rage? Used? Heal undead, damage living. Heal undead. Whatever. Actually, we don't have the bars available to us now. We'll fix it later. I remember something. Okay. Let's explore everything, because you never know.
It is laid as directed.
Let's go from the outside. Ember. Let's talk to Irabeth. Commander, allow me to say something. Irabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if nobody found Anivia's body, she might by some miracle have survived, and that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I had nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned the defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do something just like that, she says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me they are just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw Anivia alive, standing next to you. You are the miracle we've been waiting for. You are the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. I found a scabbard with your family name on in the Grey Garrison. Irabeth looks down. This scabbard held the solemn hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anivia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. Okay. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is Anivia sick? You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail, it is a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. Alright. Say nothing. Irabeth lovingly traces the name imprinted in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. I don't understand how is this... how does my character has this option here? I don't understand. So it turns out that the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. I don't understand. We need reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? Irabeth frowns. When we began the march on Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. I don't have that kind of money. Then we'll have to make do with what forces we have. It's not a lot of money though. So it turns out that let's go with this, let's say it. You think the queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you have gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Anivia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You are under our protection. I'm under Anivia's protection. I'm under Irabeth and her lesbian friend protection. That's a good one. Alright. I will take your stuff. I hope you don't mind.
This is how it was meant to be.
I hope
Let no one bar our path.
I hope you don't mind, you green lesbian friend of mine. Ember. Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. How are you handling your new abilities, girl? Abilities? The girl tilts her head to her shoulder. What are you talking about? Oh, the tricks you learned when the big grey house blew up. They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. The Queen gave me the title of Knight Commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? Stupid. The elf focuses her wandering gaze on your eyes, smiles and shakes her head. Don't believe titles. All of us in the world are children of the street. Barefoot, hungry, scared. A step away from death. Some imagine they are strong and rich, like gods, but don't forget who you really are behind the title. Okay. Alright. Alright, little girl.
I fear nothing.
Oh, I don't think I want to talk to her. I'm gonna get upset. At least there's no voiced dialogue. I hate her. Knight Commander, how can I help? There is much I can do. Just ask. Can you go fuck yourself? Nora looks at you with eyes filled with enthusiasm. She's holding a notebook and a traveler's inkwell. A blowjob, maybe? I don't know. You've probably heard about the wound I have, the one that sometimes opens in my chest. Can you perhaps tell me if it is some kind of demonic curse? Yes, indeed. I've been told of your affliction. Nora appears at the center of your chest. Can you will the wound to open? No? That's a shame. Are you stupid? Yes? That's a shame. What can you tell me about this wound? Well, it's difficult to say. I know of blades that leave never healing cuts, of poisons that stop wounds from healing. I've heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over and over? Perhaps you know of other cases like this? Let's think. In 4671, a Mendivian army corporal had all his bones and cartilage turned to glass. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. You don't have to have you don't happen to have insects crawling over you, Locust? No? What is this Nino number 2? God damn it. Do you think it's dangerous? Where did they put this fucking idiot character in this game, man? It most likely is dangerous, but you are under the protection of Yomidai, Commander. It's granted you mythic powers, as they say. Surely the Inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. Have you perhaps noticed that the wound opens at moments when you waver in your faith? Perhaps it is triggered by doubt. Frowning, Neural looks at you with sincere concern. Thank you for your answers. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you anything useful. I will be sure to study this matter and consult a few of my encyclopedias. Oh my god. Tell me about yourself, because I really want to know. Oh my! I could tell you so many amazing things, and you choose the most boring one of all. But alright, about myself then. Where are you from, stupid? Isger, a small piece of land that proudly calls itself a country, though it hasn't been independent for a single day in all the centuries it's existed. They have a lot of national pride, but all of it is borrowed, always looking to the great day when they can at last be free from the rule of celiacs. The Isgeri love talking politics. If two of them start bargaining over bits at the market, you can be sure that they'll end up arguing about whether an independent Isger will be a monarchy or a republic. I've always found it funny to listen to, and a little disgusting. You see, there are a lot of halflings in the country, but very few are citizens. Most are slaves. I was lucky. I've always been clever. I don't think so. You look stupid, and you sound stupid. Ever since I was little, so they sent me to school instead of making me do the grunt work. They taught me to court and write, and I was sold as a secretary to Lord Asilar Tresbot. He's the one I left Aesger with. Never to return, I hope. I mean, it's my fault. I'm doing this to myself right now, because I could just skip here. But who knows, maybe there's a quest here or something. How did you come to serve Queen Galfrey? I was a slave of Lord Asilar Tresbord. But you told me. You told me about that. Oh, what a man he was. He towered over his fellows like a rock over a garbage heap. A true hero. He bought me as a simple secretary, but he made me learn the history of the Worldwound. All of it, one volume after another. He hired tutors for me, even sent me to meet prominent historians. He didn't want a simple slave, but a slave with an impeccable education. Tresbot was going on a crusade. He firmly believed that the servants of the good gods were weak, and only a follower of Asmodeus could stand against the demon invasion. He took me along as a secretary, a historian, and most importantly, he entrusted me with recording his glorious story for future generations. In his crusade, Tresbot performed many brave feats, but even he could not stand against the Worldwound alone. In his final battle with the demons, when my lord realized he was doomed, his final act was to cover my retreat so that I could tell the world of his great deeds. Some people have said what he did was not heroic, just an arrogant moron puffing himself up one last time. But I say curse their tongues. My difficult journey ended in Mendev, where I found my freedom. There I published Lord Tresbot's biography, and I don't want to boast, but who am I kidding? Of course I do. The book sold in great numbers and made me rather famous for a time. That's what brought me to the Queen's attention. She invited me to the court. After all, she was curious about my deceased lord, and she was in great need of an expert on the history of the Worldwound. I hope you'll find me useful as well. Excuse me. So you are not just a historian, but a writer too. Will you write a book about my crusade? Why not? As soon as we finish off the demons, I'll get right to it. Just take care that you don't end up like Trashbot. Do you worship any deity? She makes a wry face. When I was a slave in Icegear, they would beat me with a stick to force me to believing in Asmodeus. They hit me and said it was for my own good. Ever since then, I don't like the temples. I realize there are different gods like Desna or Kaden who teach goodness and freedom, but it's just as soon as I smell whatever this is, I see the slave driver's stick. Maybe one day I'll be able to turn to a deity without cringing from a blow for not being reverent enough. But for now I let others pray for me. She smiles. Nora's smile trembles and collapses. Succeeded at the perception check. Nora sounds sincere, but you feel that she's holding something back. And we can't say anything. Flirt? No way. No. Tell me the history of the world wound. Oh, I could talk about that for hours. What exactly do you want to know? Tell me about old Sarkoris. It was an unforgiving country inhabited by numerous tribes of Kelid barbarians. Imagine Numeria but without the metal mountains, or the realm of the Mammoth Lords but with a milder climate. That's Sarkoris. The country was ruled by priests of forgotten deities and shamans. It is said that even back then, before the world wound, the boundary between worlds was especially thin in this region. Since ancient times, the Skari has had his claws sunk deep into the minds of the locals. His cults thrived here for many centuries. Aroden tried to stop them out, but in the end, of course, he passed away. How did the world wound come to be? It happened the year Aroden died, 4606, a little over a century ago. No one knows if the timing was coincidental or if there's some connection with Aroden's death, but I'll tell you what we do know. The priests and shamans who ruled Sarkoris hated arcane magic and all who practiced it. Wizards and sorcerers were driven from the land. Or worse, one of their prisons held a witch named Arelu Vorles. What, she was human before she became a demoness? We know nothing about her besides her name and of course the atrocities she committed. By some unknown method, she managed to harness the terrible power of the demon lord Deskari. Together they tore open the barrier between worlds, opening a rift to the abyss in the very middle of Sarkoris. The world wound slowly but mercilessly expanded, devouring more and more land. In a matter of years, Sarkoris was a memory. After a moment of silence, Nura adds softly, "Sometimes I think, what did they do to Arelu in that prison? Just imagine, she was ready to give herself to the abyss, if only the demons might devour her torturers along with her. To imagine such hatred, it terrifies me." Prison? What prison? The priests and shamans who ruled Sarkoris hated arcane magic and all who practiced it. Wizards and sorcerers were driven from their land or worse. One of their prisons held a witch named Arelu. Okay. I thought they exiled her. I didn't read it correctly. So they sent her to prison. How she escaped? By some unknown method, she managed to harness the terrible powers of the demon lord Deskari. We don't know how she left the prison. Together, okay, the world, okay. And sometimes I think, what did they do to Arelu in that prison? Just imagine, she was ready to give herself to the abyss if only the demons might devour her torturers along with her. I have a feeling she will be just a tortured soul that turned to evil because she was a victim and all that. I don't like where this is going. Tell me about the First Crusade. It began in 4622. Yes, it took the church and the secular authorities nearly 2 decades and hundreds of thousands of lives before they decided to take action. In the meantime, Sarkoris was only supported by handfuls of volunteers. By the time the crusade began, the demons had already invaded Mendev. The Crusaders pushed them back in what must have seemed a total triumph at the time. The forces of good easily crushing the demons on all fronts. They erected Dresden on the lands they conquered, an indestructible fortress and the capital of the Crusader movement. In 4630, 8 years after it began, the First Crusade was declared victorious. Let's go for the Second Crusade. It was the first triumph of the Crusaders and unfortunately the last. That's for the first. Let's go for the Second Crusade now. In 4638, the world wound suddenly started expanding, and a new wave of demons appeared. The Crusaders were all but delighted. Last time they had routed the forces of the Abyss and they welcomed another chance to prove themselves. But this time everything was different. Instead of scattered gangs, they faced a large and organized army. Dresden was besieged, and the Crusaders lost all the lands they had won back before. They had to retreat, and all that remained of Sarkoris was left to the demons. But while the monsters were devouring the unprotected lands, the Crusaders erected a chain of wardstones along the border with the Worldwound. We have Iomidae and her herald to thank for the help. It was the Second Crusade's only victory, but it halted the wound's growth. The catastrophe had become a stalemate, at a cost of tremendous sacrifice. Tell me about the Third Crusade. About 50 years after the opening of the Worldwound, the Skari found an ally, Baphomet, entered the war. A cunning, insidious demon lord who prefers deception to open conquest. He sets his enemies against each other and lures the virtues onto the path of wickedness. Traitors appeared among the Crusaders, secret agents of his cult. For a time, no one suspected a thing, even as they watched helplessly as the Crusader movement fell to ruin. Where once valor proudly stood, now greed and dumb cruelty reigned, and outrage was drowned in apathy. In 4665, the church announced a new crusade, hoping to boost morale. They didn't succeed, to put it mildly. Some fought the demons in earnest, and for a time they even dared hope to retake Dresden. But the Third Crusade would be remembered as a witch hunt, in every sense. Inquisitors hoped to purge any cultists from the ranks of fighters, but instead they got a barrage of denunciations, widespread suspicion, and innocent victims. It sometimes happened that two orders would denounce each other as traitors and wipe each other out, much to the demons' delight. Oh, Baphomet is great. Just 3 years later, in 4668, the church put the disgrace to an end. Of all the crusades, that one was the least glorious, so Baphomet had the most success against the humans. He really turned the tide. Let's go for the Fourth Crusade. Of course, the demons had no intentions of sitting quietly caged behind the wardstones. They kept attacking Kenabres, trying to reach the stone and destroy it, or just scratch its surface. Or, if even that wasn't possible, befoul it. The Crusaders drove the demons away from the city again and again. The Fourth Crusade could last for 15 years, an exhausting study in positional warfare. The demons attacked and they were pushed back. The Crusaders went on the offensive but were forced to retreat. And all the while, the losses were tremendous. The Fourth Crusade's only achievement was that they didn't let a single wardstone fall. They didn't retake a sliver of land, to say nothing of Dresden. So many lives just to maintain the stalemate. You can imagine how that affected morale. Let alone that, you know, corrupted mortals and dead mortals, many of them potentially they go to the abyss. They get sent there by Pharasma. Because in the front ranks, in the front lines, you can have conscripted criminals or, you know, whatever. Or in times of war, atrocities might happen. So even in, let's say, the mortal, between the mortals, evil exists inside the soul, you know. So the demons are gain benefit even from just existing around mortals. Even if they don't kill them, they can corrupt them. So it's a win for them, because when the corrupted mortals die, they go to the abyss. So casualties only fuel the demons. I don't think demons die. Don't demons, when die, don't they go back to, they don't die, they get dismissed, like they go back to the abyss. I don't think they die. I'm not sure though. I may be confusing things with the Warhammer universe. Thank you for your answers. Flirt? No way. No way in hell. Okay, I have to go. It was so much better without her voice acting. Her voice acting was atrocious. I hated her the moment I met her. And it was all of the voice acting. Not the actor. The actor was doing her job perfectly. But the direction they give to some of their characters here in the game, they are making them sound and appear like a cartoon. I don't know why they do this. Like, she's almost like a cartoon, and this is a custom portrait. I think in the vanilla game is even worse than this. But even so, I want to punch her in the face the way she looks and the way she sounds. Why did... like, couldn't... Like... I don't know, man. Like, it's a fucking historian. Put a middle-aged man here. Like, how is the storyteller? Put someone like that here, man. Or even a woman, an old woman, something. Something that looks like a historian. She doesn't look like a historian. She looks like a stupid teenager, man. Come on, bro. God damn it, man. What is this? Kindergarten. Which influential crusaders did you say from the Spinner of Nightmares? I had been hunting the Spinner of Nightmares for over a year. My agents, by that time I had created a proper network, reported to me that she had returned to Neuroscience. I immediately suspected that she was planning a great atrocity. By that time I had learned all too well that the Spinner was master of illusions and charms. That's why I never left the house without this. Hiller takes a monocle from his pocket and puts it on carefully. This is the eye of truth. It allows me to see through illusions. My friend got it from the priests of Nethys. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we were nearly too late. The Spinner of Nightmares decided to strike at the Cruciform Cathedral. They had gathered to celebrate the victory of the First Crusade. It was a great holiday, and there was a lavish ceremony at the cathedral. An influential priest and Hoclitus was in charge of the festivities. They were intending to crown him with a tiara, a symbol of his high status, but the sacred tiara had been replaced. The spinner had obtained an Incutilis, a sentient and rather ominous cephalopod from the other end of the world. She had raised it from an elver and trained it carefully, and she cast an illusion on it so that everyone would see it as a tiara. The moment its shell was placed on this idiot's head, the cephalopod would release its tentacles and penetrate the priest's skull. Wow. Its poison would seep into his brain and it would seize control over... oh my god, this name, Ben. And it would seize control over his dead body. Fortunately, we were able to stop this madness in time. I spotted the spinner of nightmares in the crowd, chased her down, and we ended up crossing swords on the roof of the cathedral. I nearly defeated her, but she fled upon a giant stallion, which was able to run across the air as if it were on the ground. I was so close to catching her. She had suffered a setback, but I let her escape. Hilro's bitter and ugly smile shows he hasn't made peace with his failure. Huh. Oh, this is just a story from the beginning, eh? Okay. Have to go. Excuse me. Oh, more stuff. Great. Excuse me. Lan, my friend. How are you doing? What do you think of what happened in the Grey Garrison? Did you feel a change in yourself? It's hard not to notice when the demons start running away from you like a flock of frightened bats. Powers granted by Omidai to defeat demons. Lan raises his hand above his head and pensively scratches behind his single horn. Since I was a kid, I've taken whatever I've been given and used it as best as I can. Anything goes when you are trying to survive. It doesn't matter where your blessings come from. We can think about that when we are old, if we live that long. But you know, this time, even I'm not so sure. A divine power that just appears out of nowhere. Sooner or later, we'll have to pay for it. I'd like to know what the price will be. Cautious man. I wanted to check something, but I always forget. Let's see if there's anything outside.
Shrubbery, flowers, weeds, all of it.
Nothing. Nothing. Do the actors have to say anything? No? No. There are 1 million actors, people here. Ilan of the Houndhearts. The knight is so absorbed in reading the letter that he takes no notice of you or anything around him. He smiles and seems like he's about to kiss the paper. Yana, do you have anything to say? What did Scylla call us? The League of the Inspiring Cart. I wish we could set up an official nightly order with that name. Amelia, what do you think of the powers you received from me? From me? Camelia's ranks not nonchalantly. People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I received from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Alright.
I have had enough of people. I try my patience.
Horgus Graham has been expecting you, thumbs stuck in his belt. There you are. I've been waiting. As you see, I too have joined the crusade. I don't know how to swing the sword, but war is costly, and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful even on the battlefield. Besides, I believe... Horgus shifts awkwardly from foot to foot. I believe I owe you an apology. Oh. The way I behaved was rude, ill-mannered. You are an honest and honorable person. You have clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the title of Knight Commander, and you are friends with Queen Galfrey herself. Such persistence deserves respect. Horgus tilts his head in a brief acknowledgement of your merits. Please allow me to give you this magic amulet from my humble personal treasury to mark our future cooperation. Thank you for the gift. I accept. Why have you decided to support the Crusades now? With all due respect, that's none of your business. I have my reasons. Perhaps I felt a rush of patriotism when Canabres were destroyed. None of my business? I'm the Knight Commander, you fool. How dare you talk to me like that? Please, game, give me an option to put him to his place. That's no way to talk to the Knight Commander. I feel offended. Nothing? Nothing? It's all good? Thank you. None of your business. What a fail. And they don't give you an option to say anything. But we are supposed to roleplay like this now. Like we take an offense from this dude. I don't know, man. Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret to everyone? Are you threatening me? I have invested a lot of money in your crusade and I will invest even more, and yet you think to humiliate me in front of everyone. That's not going to work. If a scandal breaks out, it will be your word against mine. And I've been known as Horgus Graham for several decades. I own a vast estate outside Canabres and the share of the local quarry. I will defend my good name to the end. Your claims will seem like vile slander. I'll see to that. Horgus' face becomes blotchy and his eyes nearly pop out of their sockets. He calms himself with visible effort. However, I do hope it won't come to any of that. We are all here for a common cause, victory over the demons, and I tend to see this business through. I mean... my questions are a bit rude. Can't deny that. What can you tell me about Count Diran Arendai? The nobles of Canabres should be acquainted with each other, shouldn't they? He's a brilliant young man with a brilliant pedigree, and that story of his, the nobility is the glue that keeps our society together. I suppose that is why demons so often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if they only slaughtered poor country folk? The Arendai family share the tragic plight of the Worms, along with many other members of the nobility. They fell victims to a treacherous attack during a major celebration taking place at their family estate. I hadn't received an invitation and was slightly insulted by the snub, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The gods saved me from a terrible fate. All the guests died that day from a magical demonic disease. I sympathize with the Count deeply. He has endured so much, and it's no wonder he keeps himself aloof from me. I think this is due to the fact that Horgus Grim's fate so resembles his own, and we both have to relive those horrible memories whenever we see each other. Nice. I think we have been over this dialogue before at his home. Why did you hide the fact that Camellia is your daughter? Didn't I tell you to teach at the master? Yeah, you did. It's because your mother, Iris, was... Okay. Fine. How did Camellia's mother die? Horgus pisses you with a long, heavy stare. I'm not going to tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. Fine. I'll respect that. I mean, I'm asking a lot of questions. What's it like to live your entire life under someone else's name? When I was a boy, I used to hate Horgus. The pity on his... Yeah. Okay, I have read this. Okay. I have read all this. Wolfie. What do you think of my new powers? Wolfie pauses to think, grabbing his chin. You mean what you did back there? I had a few ideas. We could send you to a Pitax underground arena to fight. Give you a scary name like Swift Sting or something like that. Give you a great cover story. Enemies burn down your house. You are avenging your dead family. Oh my god, this is exactly my story. What the fuck? The public eats that stuff up. You'll wear a shiny eye-catching outfit. Or a black one if you like black better. We'll split the prize money 60-40. 60 for me, of course. You know, arranging fights isn't easy. Those people are tough. I'll be taking more risk than you. And after we get set up in Pitax, we'll tour different cities. Make some real money. What, you don't like the sound of it? Do you have any other suggestions? Wolfie grins, his yellow eyes lighting up. I got one more. Have you heard of Razmiran? It's some land in the River Kingdoms ruled by King Razmir. A friend of mine used to live in Razmiran. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, this King Razmir of theirs is a god. He keeps his people under his heel. They are all terrified of what he might do. He sits on his throne wearing some white mask, giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. Wolfie quickly checks that no one is eavesdropping. But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side who's a cook in the castle, and a washerwoman who the cook plays cards with in the evening told her a juicy rumor. Word is, Razmir isn't a real god at all, and he's got no powers. Why are we talking about Razmir now? So here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones too. We'll find some sabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumors, you'll show off a few tricks to wow the locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. But first, I want you to put it in writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything just on the nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they all get lost. Or I'll set the dogs on you. So do you like the idea? You should be punished for your heretical thoughts now. Call myself a god and deceive people? Disgusting. It's a great idea. We'll get to work on it just as soon as we get out of this mess. Oh! Wolfie rubs his hands pleased. I'm gonna make you such a legend, you'll love it. A survivor in Cannabis becomes a god. We'll make you a cult that I'll put your midday to shame. In the meantime, you can think about what you want on your coins. And my insurance. Don't forget to write the declaration making me your chief advisor. Yeah. I'll reload this. I hope I reloaded just before talking to him. Because I regret my answer. Come on, man. Oh my god, the loading time, eh? It takes forever. Come on, bro. You can do it. Exhausting. Yeah. Thankfully, I have saved. Of course, we won't read this again. We'll just click it. Let's say we'll think about it. Cool. Damn it, you again, soldier. What? I saw you talking to the girl hiding her face. Who was she and what did she want? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself, but I bet she's not a part of our army. I know all our soldiers by name and by sight. Wilshire frowns gloomingly, his cordiality gone in an instant. She was looking for some elf volunteer who wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. At first I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. She definitely wasn't one of us, but now I see how it all looks mighty shifty. The quartermaster eyes you with concern. She was some sort of spy then. Oh, forgot about you. I forgot about you, bro. What is this? Didn't I just sell this? No, I didn't. I didn't, but I will now. Alright. Yes, I wanted to check the horse. What is it wearing? I already have this, huh? Wait a minute. Oh! We'll get more armor class with this. Although the other one has better max dexterity. So we'll keep it. We'll keep this one. Until the horse has more dexterity. And then we'll use this one. But for now we'll go with whatever gives us more more armor. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do that. That's the plan. Have any... Alright. Actually, can we leave the camp? Oh, we can leave now. We can do quests, eh? Ooh. Sheila, my darling. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
Sheila looks anxious. She's holding her sword, but her movements seem nervous. The girl doesn't even notice you at first, but when she does, she smiles cheerlessly and stops what she's doing. So... she's asking what I'm reckoning about everything that's come crashing down on us. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see what happens next.
Watching and waiting is a good strategy. Probably. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
Aw. She's very likable though, I like her. Okay. We'll talk to social last. Did I miss anything? Yes. Oh, there he is. I was looking for him. The elf before you casually rests his bandaged arm on the weapon at his side. He bows his head with dignity. I congratulate you on your new rank, Commander. My hand demanded that I travel with your army. Naturally, I wouldn't burden your forces with the need to care for an outsider. I've provided myself with all the necessities. That's it? I think the hooded girl that was, or the hooded someone, that female that was in here that vanished before our eyes, I think she was looking for him. Shouldn't we tell him anything? I think she was, it was Kaelisa. Weird. Kiado has nothing to say. You have nothing to say. Alright. Let's leave social for last.
It is laid as directed.
Did we forget anything? Forgot to talk to anyone? Before we go out for quests? Shilor. Ember. Irabeth. No, I think we're okay. Let's no. Oh, blacksmith? There's a blacksmith there. I should be selling the junk to him. Damn it. Why does he have so many mundane items? No magic, no nothing. Alright,
This is how it was meant to be.
let's talk
Let
to Mr.
no
Social.
one bar our path.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Of course. A young cleric stands before an easel, his brush hovering over the canvas without touching it. Instead of painting, the young man absentmindedly gazes at the sky of Kenabres, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally, he notices you and smiles.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
What are you painting? The cleric's eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowded with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Selin, goddess of art, beauty, love and music. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian and hurriedly returned to Kenabres, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple.
With the prioress? What is prioress?
I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You wanted to discuss something with me, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort.
Again, this Zacharias. Zacharias' cemetery. Ah, it's the name of the cemetery.
I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
So who are you, and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
Okay. It was nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Tell me about yourself. Oh my god. Why did I ask? To be honest, I don't have much to tell. Do you say this, is this not much to tell? I had done little with life until I met you, but if you want to know anything, just ask. Where are you from? I'm from Andoran. I grew up on the outskirts of Carpendon, a large, rich city surrounded by gardens and vineyards. Just imagine miles and miles of greenery and fragrant orchards. Socially inhales with pleasure, as if he could still sense the aromas of his faraway homeland. My family had a small winery. I worked there from a young age. I pressed juice, did a little carpentry, painted, and one day I discovered I could do more with paint than simply cover walls with it. There was a temple of Selene nearby. My brother and I would often spend our days there, listening to music and enjoying the stained glass windows. As a boy, my brother decided to devote himself to serving the Eternal Rose. Our parents hoped that at least I would remain to run the family business, but he makes an apologetic gesture and flashes a disarming smile. It can't be helped. The goddess called me too. It's alright, I have plenty of cousins, second cousins and other relatives. When this war is over, I'll go back there and see how they're doing. So, you're an artist? The cleric smiles. That's too grand a word for it, but yes, I love to paint and I know how to. Of course, a crusade isn't the best place for art. What I manage to draw here is at best sketches. I hope, when this war is over, I'll be able to turn them into real paintings. Fascinating. May I see your sketches? There's nothing special in them, but if you're really interested. Social hands you a folder filled with pencil sketches. You recognize familiar fighters in some of the portraits. The cleric drew them without flattery, just as they are. But beneath the features that seem boring and even ugly in life, Social's hand has found inner beauty, power and dignity. The tired faces of soldiers, covered with wrinkles and scars, resemble an army of angels. There are landscapes in the folder as well. At first you don't understand why these blooming hills, shady groves and shimmering springs seem so familiar, but you have passed by these places as you travel around the whirlwind. Though you saw them darkened and maimed by demonic influence, Social's pencil has restored them to their former beauty, which the demons stole from them, and which the Crusaders are fighting to return. Instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity, an interesting turn of fate. Social nods with a smile. Some clerics are proud of their tender hands, which have never touched anything heavier than a brush. But there's nothing ugly about hardened calluses. Indeed, I should say that saving the world is easier with strong hands. True. The smile disappears from Social's face, and he looks down, adding, I'm sorry these hands couldn't save the people who died in Canabras. How did you end up in Canabras anyway? A grim shadow falls over the cleric's face. I was hoping to find Trevor in the city, my brother. After my brother took his vows and was ordained a paladin of Selene, he departed for the crusade. He wrote home often about everything he saw, his battles, the people he helped. From his letters I learned that he had joined the Eagle Watch in Canabras, but soon his letters became infrequent, and then they stopped altogether. We feared news of his death, but silence was our only answer. Not a word from him, or from his command, or his brothers in arms, nothing. In the end, I couldn't wait any longer and I came here myself to find Trevor if he's still alive, or his grave if he should have perished. But my brother seems to have vanished. I tried asking the other paladins, but they refused to talk to me. And it's very much like they are trying to avoid the need to lie. I sent official requests to their order's command, still I wait in vain for an answer. I joined the local church of Selene, hoping to find out the truth one day, but the city was attacked by demons. You show commendable persistence. In the face of such trouble, most would give up the search and live. Yes, persistence. The cleric's eyes stare into the distance. You know, I got that from my brother. Trevor never gave up. If he had to wait, he waited. If he had to use force, he did. When he fell, he always got up, and got me up too. Though I was too much weaker than him. I could never betray everything he taught me. How did you end up at the court of Queen Godfrey? The cleric looks down. When the city was attacked by demons, there was a hospital in our church. Every one of us was prepared to fight to the last to cover the evacuation, but our Mother Superior wouldn't let me join the fight. She sent me for help, and everyone who stayed was killed. Why did she choose me? Maybe it was because I was new, the youngest and least experienced of the clerics, and I wouldn't be much help in battle. Or maybe she was giving me a chance to survive while the rest of them bravely died. Celine be my witness. I did not ask for this. I would be honored to lay my own head next to theirs. I ran to the closest Medivian garrison. I don't know by what miracle I got there. There were demons all around, and everything was on fire. I remember my horse was killed right under me while I fought off some shrieking monsters. But when I came to, I awoke among friends. My first thought was that it must be a dream. In my delirium, Queen Galfrey herself was dressing my wounds. But it was true. It was the Queen herself, tending to a lowly warrior. That's how I ended up in her army. I marched with them back to Kenabres, to the ruins. What is a servant of the goddess of beauty doing in a war zone? I mean, he already told me. I'm doing what the goddess destined for me to keep our fighters safe. I'm confident in our victory. The gods of good are on our side, so we cannot fail, but victory is not enough. I do whatever I can to help those who are holding off the forces of the abyss so they may live long enough to see victory, without losing themselves along the way. Every one of our soldiers deserve a home where people love them and are waiting for their return. When our soldiers are finally able to go home on that day, I may earn the right to lay down my weapons forever. No, we won't say that, thank you. How do you manage to always look like you are on your way to a tea party, not a battle? Social looks down for a few moments, searching in silence for the right words. At last, the softly replies, when I first got here, the whirlwind, you know, the word terror doesn't convey half of what I felt. The land itself here is maimed and mutilated, desecrated. But more frightening still is what the war does to people, to their bodies and souls. For every knight in shining armor, there are 100 warriors whose souls are maimed with fear, suffering and cruelty. Many have forgotten why they are here, and now know only war. When there is a break in the fighting, they drink themselves into oblivion and wallow in the mud. They are rotting alive and don't even seek help. They gave up on themselves a long time ago. Social looks you in the face and you see pain in his eyes. Don't misunderstand me. I don't condemn them. Quite the opposite. I want to help. And to do so, I must look after myself first. Not only to treat and support them, but to remind them that there's something else besides war. There's a normal world out there. A place where blood doesn't stain the ground and people don't sleep in trenches, and a place where, as you said, they even occasionally have tea parties. The cleric smiles, but his eyes seem sad. Oh, he's so likable. Under circumstances like this, everyone finds their own way to survive. Yes, everyone copes in their own way. Or fails to cope. Unfortunately, not everyone can withstand this madness. The ones with the strength to endure this must help the ones who don't. Thank you for telling me about yourself. Oh my god, now I will ask about his brother now. I can't stop myself. Tell me about your brother. Trevor, he's always been my hero ever since we were children. I was a coward, always telling petty lies, always running away from danger. Trevor would always run towards it. He had this saying, an army stands until peace comes. A lie stands until the truth comes out. He never lied, never let injustice pass. Never. The cleric's voice trembles and breaks, and he shakes his head. He was 8 when he said he was going to be a paladin, and he always went towards that goal, day after day, never looking back. I remember the day he went off to fight. I thought, this is it. This war will finally end. Trevor will defeat all the demons and close the world wound, but social gestures helplessly. Thank you for talking to me. My pleasure. Alright. I think we've done everything. We've talked to everyone. Okay. In yellow are the companions. He doesn't show up as a companion though. The dude here. Okay. All right. Let's right, let's go back to our tent, to the headquarters. What's it called? Commander's tent. Yeah, it's my tent. Mine! It's mine! Let's rest so our party renews their spells. Oh. Alright, Ember, I'll try to explain it one more time. Imagine the gods are your best friends. One of them even helped you out in a difficult situation, saved you like that knight who pulled you out of the fire. Now imagine that somebody is always going around insulting your friends. But gods aren't your friends, and they never will be. They don't save anyone. All they do is lie. What? We don't have an onion soup? No. I think I didn't put anyone to cook. Fuck. Damn it. We'll rest again. God damn it, man. I don't think there's any pressure though. We can rest. I don't know, to be honest. Are we gonna fail any quests, stuff like that now? But we are waiting so much. We're wasting so much time here. God damn it, man.
This is not the end. Canabras did not fall. It will survive this and be rebuilt. Better than before.
I already miss it. My life in Canabres may not have always been happy, but I found ways to amuse myself.
Oh. Okay, there's our onion soup. What does it give? All saving throws, good. So, we can go to the overworld map and see what needs to be done. Let's go outside. Oh, we can leave. We can leave from here. However, let's go outside. Nothing changed. We have some quests that we have to complete in time. Ah, the last chapter to complete the quest, okay. Maybe they are not timed. It's just that you have to do them in this chapter. Maybe we don't have a timer now. Alright,
I fear nothing.
cool. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue next time. Bye bye. Take care.